Hello, I'm Granville Emerson, and welcome to Lidline Sports with my co-host, Seattle sports enthusiast, Renault Pepe Bean. What's going on, Pep?
What be up, yo?
Another day in the life of you and I, bruh, doing another edition of Lidline Sports all around the world on Facebook. Hey, Facebook. What's up, YouTube? What's up, y'all on Twitter? And my favorite people on Rainier Avenue Radio.world all around the world.
That's your boys.
A lot going on in sports, man. For it not to be the NFL season yet, still waiting on that. Man, I don't know.
Man, hurry, please.
Hurry, step right up. Venus Williams was found not at fault.
Yeah, they sure jumped the gun on the initial reports, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think somebody on this show tried to say that she wasn't really at fault, but...
Well, last week we did say that she wasn't at fault, but the previous week when it was reported, initially it said that she was at fault. So somebody, media, police, somebody jumped to the wrong conclusion because the video clearly,
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the NBA Summer League on today's show. Lonzo Ball in his first NBA Summer League heated up the internet.
Balling.
NBA trades and signings. James Harden signing a big extension, and I mean B-I-G big.
Man, I got 228 million reasons.
Major League Baseball kicks off its All-Star Week with the Home Run Derby.
It's homer time.
It's getting more excitement than the actual game. We'll talk about the beef going on with the Home Run Derby. We'll talk about NFL versus NBA salaries. Should the NFL players strike for more money? All that and more on today's Lidline Sports. So back to Venus.
Mm-hmm.
There was a surveillance camera at I don't know what it was, if it was a condo.
Right, because it definitely was
whatever.
not pointed at the intersection.
But it was some gated community.
Right.
That was pointed out into incoming traffic coming into the facility or whatever it was. I had to enlarge my screen on the computer. If you watched the video footage of it,
right,
you couldn't see because they had the tape minutes.
Right, the lettering was on top.
Going on top. But once you enlarge it, you could clearly see Venus goes into the intersection, and there's a car in front of her.
Right.
And she's going through traffic. It's kind of like she goes through traffic, and there's an island in the middle.
Right.
Okay, so she has a stop at the intersection in between where the island is, and then try to proceed through more traffic down that particular street. And there's a car that goes by that kind of blocks her vision, and then you see another car, and I don't recognize that it's two lanes, right? In the cross traffic.
Right.
It's a one-lane road that she's on, but this car is speeding, never slows down, and hits her.
Right.
And we talked about her going 5 miles an hour.
Yes.
She was literally going 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, but the other car was not. Therein lies the issue with the injuries for them.
Yeah. So you clearly see why they had the injuries that they had, because they were, and I watched it like a few times, tried to notice the speed of the cars.
Right.
They were not, I don't know if they were breaking the speed limit, but they were not going with the flow of traffic.
Right.
The flow of traffic was much slower than the speed that the car that hit Venus Williams was going. And so it pays to have money and be able to find out who's got video footage of the accident. And so she was able to get that, and hopefully, I know you talked about this too last week. She was very distraught about it. So hopefully this helps her to heal a little bit, and knowing that it was not her fault. And anytime you're in an accident like that, you're like wondering, like, what did I do?
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so
It's tragic that a man lost his life. He passed away 2 weeks after the accident. But, nonetheless, it's still a tragedy. And it's not going to make you feel any better whether, they die instantly or later or at all. I mean, you don't want somebody to die when you're in an accident, of course. I can't even imagine her situation and her feeling towards what happened.
yeah. Well, the NBA Summer League has now hit Las Vegas after stops in Orlando and Salt Lake City.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowds are pouring in the arenas to see the brand new NBA talent on display. They were packed into the MGM Grand Arena for the Celtics-Lakers game. Did you happen to catch that on ESPN?
I did not.
I DVR'd it and watched it. There was much to do about Lonzo Ball. Everybody was there to see Lonzo Ball.
Of course.
He is a rock star right now.
Yes.
And, of course, some of the other games were well attended, but there's not really been a fervor about NBA Summer League.
Yeah, standing room only.
Yeah, like there is right now. And the Laker fans, they've been the Lakers are my squad, full disclosure. But they have been without anything to really cheer for so long. I'm sure they are just up and down the freeway getting to Las Vegas to watch that. And then his first game, he was 2 for 15.
Right.
And the internet was not kind.
No. And, of course, they showed Magic's face, and they were keying on that, his frown. But, hey, it was a bad game. We all have bad games. If you're a baller, you're going to have good games, you're going to have bad games. But when you're a good player, you're going to have more good than bad.
Well, I mean, it goes to the point about his dad putting all that pressure on him, unnecessary pressure,
Right.
making him much bigger than he needs to be at this particular time. And
Definitely.
I talked about before, his dad just needed to let him grow at his own rate. But that's his method of trying to make him a great basketball player.
Right.
And maybe it will. I mean, I like the fact that he takes everything in stride.
Right.
He is a real humble kid, takes things in stride, took that in stride. It's his first NBA game. I love how people get carried away on the internet about anything trivial that happens.
Overreaction.
Like overreaction.
Mm-hmm.
Like NBA Summer League game, really? A 19-year-old kid?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you probably would have went over if you were in the same situation.
Really?
But then he came back against the Celtics and posted the first ever triple-double in the history of the NBA Summer League.
Yeah.
He had 11,
11.
11,
11.
11, 11, 11
Yep.
in the NBA Summer League. Kind of like Jay-Z's 444, but not with the music. He was orchestrating his own music. And then people just love to hate. Now they're going to criticize him that, oh, well, he got a triple-double, but his team lost. Nobody was caring about losing when the NBA MVP was getting triple-doubles.
Right.
Was Westbrook winning?
Yes. Sometimes. But
A lot of times he was not
Right.
winning,
Yeah.
but they still counted those triple-doubles. That's my point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It
So yeah, you need to count his triple-doubles as well. Boston's rookie, the third pick in the draft, Jason Tatum, poured in 27 points and 11 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
He is the real deal.
Hey, I said it before.
He-
Boston had every intention of trading down and getting a scoring forward.
They got one.
And that's exactly what they did. And not only did they get him, then they turned around and picked up Hayward in free agency.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, too. You're jumping the gun. I guess I should send you this again.
Man. Please.
Hey, but he is really skilled. Like, I had no idea how skilled this dude is. And what I like about him is he's got that assassin's mentality.
Right.
He's got that I don't care, I'm going to score on you mentality.
And you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't.
And he got 11 rebounds, so he's just not a one-trick pony.
Right.
Washington guard and overall number 1 pick Markelle Fultz showed signs for the 76ers before being shut down for the rest of the Summer League with an ankle sprain.
Right. Philly curse.
That's what they're saying,
Oh,
right?
man.
I don't know, man, but we hope that folks. Actually, he tweeted out that there's actually nothing really wrong with him, but they shut down Brandon Ingram when he had this little ankle thing, and Magic was like, no, we're done.
Yeah, it
And
makes sense.
Well, it really makes sense with Philly because they're the all injured team. I mean, they're a proverbial mash unit every year of injuries, and so.
And Fultz has already shown what he can do, so no point in keeping him playing and possibly getting further injury. So it makes sense.
NFL free agent Terrence Knighton set off a Twitter storm after James Harden signed his lucrative contract. Knighton, affectionately nicknamed Pot Roast, he weighs like 355 pounds, played for the Denver Broncos when they won the Super Bowl.
Right.
Most recently for the Patriots last season. He is a free agent right now. And he tweeted about the salary discrepancy between the NFL and the NBA. And he was like, we need right now to take this serious and make the owner step up and pay. He says in one of his tweets, NFL makes billions a year. Time to get back to that negotiation table. Mm-hmm. And this time we need to stay strong and not budge. Make them pay.
Mm-hmm.
So, my question to you.
Okay.
Do you feel that the NFL players are paid well enough?
Well,
do they need to make money like the NBA?
Well, they're never going to make money like the NBA. I mean, there's a difference between schedules, amount of players. The NFL has 53-man roster. The NBA has a 15-man roster. NBA 82 games, NFL 16, so on and so forth. He does have a point about the pay discrepancy because you got middle-of-the-road players in the NBA making more than NFL superstars. So that's the main issue right there. You got guys like Jeff Teague, that just signed a big contract with Minnesota, making more money than, say, a guy like A.J. Green. So that I think that's the problem for him.
Yeah, so you're saying that they'll never make the same amount of money. I concur with that. There's just the expenses for an NFL team is astronomical.
Right.
To lug all the equipment all across the country and all of that and pay all those different people. Their staffs are way bigger and all of that. However, he does make a valid point. His Twitter storm goes on to say Aaron Rodgers should be making more money than James Harden. Tom Brady should be making more money than Steph Curry. Aqib Talib and Chris Harris should be making more than Evan Turner.
Right. And I agree with a lot of that.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
You think Tom Brady should be making more than Steph Curry?
Well, man, like I said, that's not going to happen. Like I said, the NBA.
Well, we know it's not going to happen.
Right.
I'm like, do you think it's right? Is what I'm saying. You think it's right? You think that Steph Curry should make more money than Tom Brady?
I don't know, man. To be honest, I really don't know that answer. Because Tom Brady, he's a five-time winner. He's won Super Bowls, of course, 5-time Super Bowl champion. He's orchestrated unbelievable comebacks. That guy's amazing. I'm not taking anything away from Steph Curry, but Tom Brady, the quarterback in the NFL, is the toughest job in sports, bar none. I don't care what anybody says. That's the toughest job in sports. And so they should be paid accordingly. They make an exorbitant amount of money as it is, but I agree that, a mediocre NBA player should not be making what an NFL superstar makes.
Yeah. My only argument to that goes back to last week when we talked about LeBron James saying that Steph Curry is underpaid.
You're right.
And so Steph Curry, in his 7 years, is responsible for the Golden State Warriors' valuation going from $450 million to $2 billion.
That is a very good point. Yes,
and so,
most definitely.
And so, if someone would do that analysis and see the valuation that Tom Brady is responsible for the New England Patriots during his time there, I don't think it's the same degree.
Right.
So
that I agree with too.
And so Steph Curry should be making the money that he's making and probably making more. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
so I do think that NFL players across the board are underpaid
Definitely.
for the money that the league is making.
And plus, their contracts are not guaranteed.
But it's their fault.
Right.
Because they will not stick together and go on strike and force the NFL into a better collective bargaining agreement.
And the next CBA
2021.
is 2021.
Right.
Correct.
So they need to do it now.
Right.
They need to start organizing now, start putting money away now,
Yes.
so they cannot be under the pressure of having to go back out and play because of money.
Right.
And
Be
they need to
prepared.
support each other.
Definitely.
So other than that, if they don't want to do that, if they don't want to stick together, then they're just going to, get what they get.
Right.
And so we'll see what actually comes to pass with all of that.
Yes.
All-Star Week in Major League Baseball. We talked about wanting to watch the Home Run Derby. I did not watch the Home Run Derby.
I never did.
This year, though, there was more talk about the Home Run Derby than the actual All-Star game because this guy, Logan Morrison, you know him?
I do know him, yes.
From where?
Well, he is a former Seattle Mariner.
Yes.
And he was terrible here.
Like I said last week, all these guys leave the Mariners and become pretty good.
Yeah. Amazing.
Logan Morrison stirred up a whole lot of talk when he said that he should have been in the Home Run Derby instead of Gary Sanchez. Because Gary Sanchez had 14 home runs going into the Derby, and Morrison had 24 home runs. However, Gary Sanchez had been hurt most of the season, so his per game average for home runs is higher. You got some stats on that?
Well, I can tell you this. Sanchez average distance of 427 feet on his home runs leads the major leagues who have at least 10 home runs or more. That in and of itself constitutes the fact that that's why he's in. And Logan Morrison, this is his only time. Right now he's at a career high of home runs. He's not known as a home run hitter per se. So, him not being in it is no big deal. Not to me.
I like Gary Sanchez's response. Gary Sanchez said, "It's not my fault he wasn't invited.
Right.
I was invited."
Right. Major League Baseball invited him. He said, "I ain't got no control over that."
Exactly. It's like if I get invited to dinner at Barack Obama's pep and you don't get invited.
Well, save me some dessert. Wrap it up.
I'll holler. I'll post some pictures.
Man, wrap something up for me. Shoot. Let me taste.
I doubt that I'm wrapping something up and bringing it back from D.C. But I will post some pics for everybody to see.
You see that? Man, I get no love. Light-skinned brother. No love.
You are listening to Lidline Sports with the light-skinned brother over here. Team Light-Skin. With I'm Granville Emerson and Renault Pepe Bean.
Yes, sir.
On Team Light-Skin. This is what I was talking about earlier before we started the show. Former Spurs guard and current Big Three player Steven Jackson,
yes.
says that the top 10 Big Three players could form a squad and beat an NBA team.
No. I don't even need you to finish that. No.
I read that. I'm like, Steven Jackson, you must be smoking the ooh-wee.
Well, he was smoking the ooh-wee while he was playing.
No, but he must have been smoking that ooh-wee to have Martin Lawrence out in the middle of the street flagging down cars. That ooh-wee. You're talking that craziness. I mean, no way. I mean, the leading scorer in the Big Three is Al Harrington.
Al Harrington. Okay. Yeah.
For those of you who may not know about the Big Three, it's a professional basketball league, a 3-on-3 league started by Ice Cube.
Of has-beens.
Of players who used to play in the NBA.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And like I said before in the broadcast, it's kind of like watching a good 40 and over men's league down at the rec center. But I know people who really are into it, and they think it's really good. So we'll see. The story of OJ continues.
Yes.
The real story of OJ, not the one Jay-Z rapped about on his new project 444, which we talked about earlier.
Good story, though.
Do you know what the title 444 stands for?
No, I don't.
Well, I heard Jay-Z said it was because he woke up at 4:44 in the morning with the idea for the project.
Oh, I thought it was paying homage to Moses Malone.
Yeah, I know. 444. Yeah, that's another thing. I actually was there with Moses to celebrate that 454.
Right.
But that's another story for another day.
Yes.
So Jay-Z's 444, actually, the way it's printed, however, refers to digital video where all colors have the same sampling rate. So if you apply that to humans, it doesn't matter what color we are all the same.
Okay.
So, hey, there
Back
you
to
go.
that again.
Yeah, we all the same, just like 444, just like the sampling rate. Anyway, OJ is up for parole.
Yes.
Soon.
We discussed that before.
Yeah, we did, but we didn't discuss this. If he's set free, he's up for parole around
October.
Yeah, in October.
I think the D-Day is October 3rd, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And when he gets out, he will right away walk into a cool $2.7 million that has been accruing from his NFL pension.
Okay.
Also, the money cannot be touched by anyone that he's indebted to or owes money to.
All right.
So the parents of Nicole Brown Simpson, who won a $27 million wrongful death settlement against OJ, they get nothing from that.
Well, yeah.
So OJ, once you get out, you got another chance. That dude's like a cat. He got all kind of lives, don't he?
All kinds.
So
but that whole situation with OJ is just so sad. I mean, I don't know of any athlete that has been so high up and fallen so low. I mean, I'm sure we could probably think of others, but he's got to be at the top.
pretty much, I don't know of anybody who's taken a bigger fall as OJ. OJ was the man. Like
Juice, you know.
I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever been bigger than OJ, but maybe Jordan.
Right.
So he's
Ali.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Ali. But in a team sport,
Right.
it would just have to be Jordan. I mean, then there was nothing like OJ. OJ, in his relationship, he had everybody in L.A. eating out of his hands, even the police.
Right. He was personable. He knew how to treat people. He knew how to talk to people. He knew how to deal with people.
Yeah.
He was a people person. Even though he was from the hood in San Francisco, he knew what he was doing. He handled himself well. He made money off those commercials after his playing days for Hertz, and he became an actor, so on and so forth. So OJ made a nice career for himself until.
I just hope when he gets out, he doesn't do something stupid to go back in again. That's all I'm saying.
Right. He needs to lay low.
Yeah, exactly. The NFL season may seem for a distance into the future.
Man, hurry
But
up.
NFL training camp starts soon.
It does.
Seattle Seahawks open their 11-day training camp July 30th in Renton, Washington.
Right. They're one of the last teams to open camp.
Yeah. On display this year will be a leaner, faster Russell Wilson.
Okay.
At the urging of his wife Sierra and his physical trainer, Russell is now on a new diet. He said due to his injury last season.
Was he kind of heavy, like, hey, baby.
Well, he got married, had a baby, and all
saying,
that.
But you need to, get up off me. Kind of heavy.
He said it was due to his injuries, his knee and his ankle, when he couldn't get out and run and do extra workouts like he was before. So,
right. No time for sleep and all that.
Yeah, but there was time to eat. He
Sure
had
was.
time to eat, and he put on weight. He was up to 225 pounds, and he said that he felt sluggish. Actually, he rushed for a career low of 259 yards last season.
Yeah.
So he hopes the 4,800 calorie 9 meals per day diet will help him be leaner, stronger, and more agile.
Say what now? You reread that?
What part?
The whole thing. 4,800
4,800 calories per day.
How many meals per day?
9 meals per day. 9 meals per day.
Meals?
9 meals per day.
Well, how does that work? You get up at 6, eat at 6:15, work out, eat at 7:30, work out, eat at 9. I mean, what?
Hey, he has a pre-breakfast, a breakfast, a snack, a lunch, a second lunch, snack number 2, snack number 3, dinner, and snack number 4.
Was that 9?
That's
I wasn't counting.
That's 9. Tablespoon of almond butter and a tablespoon of jam, 2 cups of cooked oatmeal. He had 2 cups of 6 whole eggs, fruit, and chicken breast for breakfast, a snack with fruit and 12 almonds. Lunch, he has 8 ounces of protein with
and
a
that makes
yam.
you leaner, huh?
It says.
Man.
Second lunch, 8 ounces of protein with another yam and a cup of rice. Snack number 2 is fruit and 12 almonds. Fruit and 12 almonds and wheat protein. Fish or steak and vegetables or salad for dinner. And then more fruit.
I'm full right now.
And a tablespoon of molasses. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about NBA signings and NBA rumors on Lidline Sports right after this. You're stupid.
I'm stuffed, man.
9 meals a day. He's eating a whole lot of almonds. All I know about.
Yeah, boy. That toilet getting a workout. You getting American Standard toilet you got there, brother?
And we're back. You're listening to Lidline Sports. I'm Granville Emerson, along with my partner, Renault Pepe Bean.
Yeah, I'm still full.
He's still full on Russell Wilson's 9 meals per day to lose weight and be leaner.
I don't think I eat 9
faster,
things a day.
And more agile and less hostile.
Yeah.
Well, I am hoping that Russell Wilson gets it all together and returns to the form that he had at the end of the 2015 season.
Right.
When he was just dropping dimes like he was a point guard. That's what I need.
Dropping dime.
Dropping dimes. As we look at the Seahawks schedule, Pep.
Yes.
We got Green Bay to open up.
Right.
What you think we're doing? You think we're beating them Packers?
No. That's 0-1.
We're losing the home opener at Green Bay, huh?
That's not a home opener. That's their
home opener.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's 0-1.
I said losing the home opener at Green Bay. Yeah, so I guess you're right.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing, huh?
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, 0-1, bro.
Well, we got to get healthy the next week with the Rams, though.
You mean the Niners? They play the Niners next.
Am I looking at this wrong? What am I looking at? I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong one.
Oh, okay.
They got the Niners, and they should beat them.
Okay. And who they got after that?
They play at Tennessee.
At Tennessee?
Mm-hmm.
We should win that, too. So that's 2-1.
Unless Mariota goes nuts.
That's 2-1, right?
All right.
Okay. And who we got after that?
Home against the Colts.
Home against the Colts.
Hawks, man. I'm not an Andrew Luck guy, so I'll go with the Hawks on that one.
So we're 3-1.
Right.
Then we're
at L.A.
At
Rams.
LA.
Rams.
Okay.
Yes.
Then we travel to New York to play the Giants.
Yes, G-men. And, the Hawks play well there the last few times they've been there.
Okay, so that makes them what, 4-1?
No, they're going to lose that one.
They're gonna lose and go to 3-2.
Yeah.
They're not losing to the Giants in New York.
You don't think so?
Oh, no way.
Well, you didn't even say anything about the Rams. Are they winning or losing that game?
They're beating the Rams. They're gonna beat the Rams.
Bro, they had it.
They're
Okay.
gonna beat the Rams.
All right.
Look who the Rams quarterback is, man.
They don't have one. So,
There we
okay,
go.
I'll
There
go
we
with
go.
you. I'll go with you on
Come
that
on
one.
now. Come on now. They don't have a quarterback. I need to suit up for the Rams. The Texans,
Yeah, that's a win.
I don't know.
No, that's a win. Who's the Texans quarterback?
Okay.
Thank you.
Redskins,
That should be a win. But you know what? That's one of those games where that tricks you. You know, you say, oh, you know, that's a win, that's a win, that's a win, and then you turn around and find out they don't play well. So, you know what? I'm going to give the Redskins an upset on that one.
what does that bring us to? 5-2? 4-2?
Something like that.
No, we need to keep tabs. What is that? 4-2?
Yeah.
4-2. Seahawks at Cardinals.
Loss.
We're gonna lose to the Cardinals.
You're going to lose at Arizona. Yes, loss.
4-3.
Yes.
That does not look good.
It doesn't.
Falcons at home.
Win.
Okay. 5-3.
Yeah.
At 49ers.
Win.
6-3. Eagles
Win.
at home.
Win.
7-3. At the Jaguars.
Win.
Home against the Rams.
Win.
9-3. Cowboys.
Loss.
We're gonna lose to the Cowboys. We're not losing to the Cowboys.
Yes.
We're not losing
That's
to the
a
Cowboys.
loss.
We're not losing to
That's
the
a
Cowboys.
loss, bro.
We're not losing to the Cowboys.
That's a loss.
Coming off the Rams game, playing the Cowboys
That's a
in
loss.
Dallas. We're not losing to the
You're
Cowboys.
losing to Dallas.
Okay, so that makes them
9-4.
9-4 for you, 10-3 for me.
Okay.
Cardinals
That's a win.
at home,
Win.
11-3 for me.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
Well, was that the last game?
Yeah, something's wrong.
We done missed some stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened.
Me either.
Because I got...
I don't know how that happened either, folks. Is that what? Are we missing some games here?
We missing some games.
I don't know what happened, folks.
I don't either.
We'll have to do this exercise again.
Man.
Because I don't know what happened. I'm looking at the schedule, and it does not have 16 games on it.
Oh, yes, I do. I got 16. Hold up. All right. Packers loss. 49ers win. Titans, you said win. Colts win. Rams, we said win, right?
Yep.
Giants, we said win, even though I disagree. Texans win. Redskins loss. At Cardinals loss. Falcons win. 49ers win. Eagles win. Jaguars win. Rams win. Cowboys loss. Cardinals win.
And their record is?
I didn't count all that. You was supposed to count. Stanley.
So remember, you heard this here first, that the Seahawks are going to go 13-3, according to Granville Emerson at Lidline Sports. 13-3, win the division.
I got 12-4.
Okay.
For the record.
13-3. All right, for the record. Y'all heard that? All right.
All right.
So you'll know who the smartest is out of all of us.
Well, we already know that.
Yeah, pretty much it's him because I'm way behind. I'm way behind on my predictions right about now. That's why I don't gamble in Vegas. I just want you to know that right now.
Yeah, he goes to Reno.
I don't gamble. I'll be in Vegas in a few weeks when I might put some quarters in the machine. But
We give you some quarters to play for.
I got quarters. I save quarters, man.
I'm talking about for me. You ain't hooking me up with your
If
quarters.
you're giving me quarters, I'm playing with your quarters, and it's going to be my money.
That's right. I knew you was going to do that.
Oh, man. We were talking earlier about Lonzo Ball and the flack that he was getting for going 1 for 11 versus the Celtics in the summer league. I'm not the Celtics, whoever he played in the first game.
They played
Clippers. And
2 for 15.
The internet, which has no chill,
None.
was just roasting him. And my favorite one was this guy. who posted this GIF, or it's a GIF. How do you say it? GIF or GIF?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So it was a GIF or a GIF of.
Well, choosy mothers choose GIF. Call it a GIF.
Exactly. of the dude from the movie Get Out.
Right.
and the caption was D'Angelo Russell looking at Magic like. That's what's funny.
Man, that's messed up.
I'm like, man, where do these people come up with this stuff, man? They just come up with some crazy stuff, man.
At all.
Crazy stuff. James Harden over the weekend face-palmed Steve Curry and said, not so fast, my friend, with your 5-year, $201 million deal.
Right.
And signed a 4-year contract extension, making him the richest contract in NBA history.
$228 million.
Meanwhile,
Whoa.
I'm making more than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant.
Crickets.
Kevin Durant. What's wrong with Kevin Durant?
No, I'm just saying what happened.
What's wrong? Do you know how much money he's making?
A lot.
No. 2 years at $53 million. Everybody's making more than Durant.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a lot to me, but yeah, I got you.
Come on, man. He is the MVP, the Finals MVP. He's got a ring, and he's only making $53 million for 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
How is that possible?
Because he signed the contract.
You got Kyle Lowry making $100 million for 3 years.
And therein lies the issue with the NFL. You got fair to middling guys making crazy money.
Well, we've already gone over the NFL problem, but I'm talking about how does Kevin Durant allow himself to only sign for $53 million when they're giving out millions?
Well, this just in. KD just fired his agent.
I mean, he got to be sitting at home scratching his head like, man, what in the world?
Because he need all the money
on?
he can get to fix that fro.
Paul Millsap signed for 30-something million for 3 years, at $30 million a year, something like that, with the Nuggets. He's making more than Durant.
And why did he go there? He must not want to be in the playoffs.
I don't know. Gordon Hayward. I told you he was going to sign with the Celtics.
Yes.
He signed 4 years, $128 million. He's making more money than Kevin Durant.
Right.
The whole league's making, no, not the whole league. That's hyperbole.
Right.
Just like I said, I was making more.
Right.
Because I'm not even close.
And that's why we had crickets.
We didn't even have crickets. They wasn't even cricketing.
I'm like, huh?
The crickets weren't cricketing on that one. It was just quiet.
Did he just? Oh, man.
Man, so Gordon Hayward to the Celtics, does that
You know, the Celtics had 0 scoring forwards. Now they got 2.
Are they challenging the Cavs now?
Absolutely. Yeah.
No, they're not.
Sure.
Dude, they were like one game away from getting swept. The spectacular game by Marcus Smart away from getting swept. How they going to challenge the Cavs just because they got Gordon Hayward? He wasn't even the best player on their team.
But they picked up Tatum, too, and I think he's a lot better than people are going to realize.
But guess who they lost?
Who'd they lose?
Avery Bradley.
Yeah, they traded him. That's right.
They traded him.
Which I did not like. I did not like that trade because I thought that Avery and Isaiah were very good together.
They were.
They you know, Avery he's an excellent defender, and he does everything that you need him to do, and he doesn't whine. He doesn't try to take too many shots. He takes the shots that are given to him. He was the perfect fit for that, and I think they made him that time. I think they definitely made a mistake trading him away.
Yeah, so now they're going to depend.
Because they picked up another forward, and Marcus Morris, right? I'm like, what?
Well, you never know what Danny Ainge is doing. I mean,
Danny Ainge knows what he's doing.
To
a certain extent he does, but I mean, in this move, I have to say I got a big question mark.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's stockpiling talent, and we'll see what he does with it. But I wouldn't have gotten rid of Avery Bradley. He's the best defensive
Well,
guard in
yeah,
the league.
I mean,
And
unless he was so enamored with Marcus Smart playoff performance is the only thing I can think of.
or Brown,
Right, right.
the rookie,
Mm-hmm.
he played well, and
Yeah.
when Avery Bradley was hurt,
Right.
so maybe he's enamored with him.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I wouldn't have got rid of him. I mean, you just don't mess with backcourt chemistry,
You
and
sure don't.
and IT and Avery had
No,
that,
They did.
and so we'll see. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't. I still think that LeBron's chilling in the East, and nobody's close. I think Gordon Hayward. It was a good move for him to get out of the West.
Well, they'll be better, I think. And I'm not saying. Listen, I don't think they're going to overtake Cleveland by any stretch, but they are the second best team in the East.
Gordon Hayward will be an All-Star player.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good,
He's really good.
but we'll see how good he really is.
Oh, and the Celtics got another bird.
Yeah, I saw that. who was that? I saw him in
Yeah,
the
he went
summer
to
league.
Cal. Was it Jabari Bird? Something like that. I can't remember.
I think that's his name.
Yeah. And I remember him in high school. I remember seeing him in high school and things of that nature. And he was pretty good. He was a 4-star guy going, when he went to Cal. He kind of, we'll see. I mean, I don't expect a whole lot from him. He probably spent some time in the D League.
The G League. The D League, the developmental league, is no longer the D League. It is the Gatorade League. And so now it's called the G League. So stay.
I thought you were saying it was the Granville League.
No, not the Granville League. I'm not getting any royalties from that. But it is the G League. The Gatorade League stands for Gatorade. They made that switch somewhere during the NBA playoffs.
Okay.
And so, we'll see what happens with that. I actually love what the Sacramento Kings did in the draft,
yeah.
and now adding seniority to their young squad by signing George Hill,
Right.
at point guard, and from Utah via Indiana.
Yeah, they made some good moves, and I think Minnesota did pretty well too.
Yeah, I like the fact that they got George Hill to show De'Aaron Fox how to play the point guard spot.
Yeah.
They picked up Zach Randolph.
Yes. From Memphis.
Adding some toughness
Right.
to their squad, their young squad. And then they signed Vince Carter.
Yeah. For what, $8 million 1 year.
1 year. Vince Carter. Half man, half AARP.
Yes. Exactly. Hey, that is true.
It is. He is the oldest dude in the league.
Sergeant Carter.
Been in the league 20 years.
Golly.
And so Vince has had a great career.
He has.
I think he's going to be great for that young squad to be able to teach those dudes how to be pros. And
Yeah, I think Sacramento definitely is on the way up, and I think they'll probably replace Portland or the Clippers in the playoff, like for the last spot. Minnesota I think might be up there. So Sacramento might even get the 7th spot.
yeah, Jamal Crawford said that he wanted to sign with the Lakers if the Lakers wanted him. Obviously, the Lakers didn't. He ended up signing with Minnesota.
Right.
But I still think that's a good spot for him to be in at Minnesota. I think that makes their team more formidable.
Definitely.
You've got scoring coming off the bench with him.
Experience.
I thought that they needed scoring in their backcourt to go along.
They needed some
with
vets
Jimmy
too.
Butler.
They got these young guys, Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins,
Yeah.
or great young players, but they definitely needed some veteran leadership, and they got that with Butler and now Crawford, who's a quality guy.
Yeah, there's nobody better than Jamal Crawford as in terms of being an ambassador for the game of basketball.
Right. He's a great teammate, a great person, on and off the court.
Yeah. Hey, I loved how I was watching the NBA Summer League yesterday, and PJ Carlesimo was on there with. I know you hate PJ Carlesimo, but he's a good dude, man.
Well, you know how you feel about Mark Few. That's
Yeah.
how I feel about PJ.
But have you met PJ?
No.
So, but I've met Mark Few on
I
a
know.
number of different occasions.
Yes,
so
I understand how different that is. But I'm just
you've got some other kind of beef.
Right.
For what reason, I don't know. I mean, sometimes we just don't like anybody, but when we meet him, like PJ Carlesimo is one of the best dudes that you ever want to meet. And I guarantee you will probably get a chance to meet him because his son is a freshman now at Seattle Prep.
Okay.
So now I'm coaching his son.
Right.
Kyle. His son is going to be really, really good.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah. And so he was on ESPN during the Summer League with Mark Jones this past Sunday. And he was shouting out all the players from the 206 and the 253.
Nice.
And they must have spent a good 10, 15 minutes on it. And then I guess Brent Berry was there and said that they had forgot to mention Spencer Hawes and Brent Scalabrine. And so they started talking about it more.
Right.
And then PJ started talking about how Spencer Hawes went to Seattle Prep. Right. And how his son is now going to be a freshman in Seattle Prep. And I was like, yeah, give us that pub, PJ.
On national TV.
On national TV.
Go ahead now.
I think it's just amazing how life is, man, that I was thinking when he was talking about it, Pep, like so we grow up watching him coach.
Right.
Right?
Yelling.
Yeah, St. John's.
Mm-hmm.
And so you know who he is. And so this is 1999, and he's the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers.
Right.
So I go to the Marina Del Rey Ritz to pick up Elston Turner, who's the assistant coach for the Portland Trail Blazers, to take him out to lunch. And he goes, hold on, come with me up to PJ's room. And so I went up to PJ's room, and PJ has all of his coaches in there, and he's got an Italian designer, and he's all getting them fitted for custom-made shirts.
Nice.
And so I meet this dude then, right, who I've never seen before. Right. And now, fast forward, we're both in Seattle. I was living in L.A. then.
Right.
We're both in Seattle, and his son is going to my school, and I'm coaching his son.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
That is. That's something else.
Yeah.
Never saw that coming.
So, folks, you don't know what's going to happen in your life.
That's true.
You don't know who you meet today that you may be involved with
years down the line.
15 years down the line.
Right.
I mean, 20 years. That 1999. That was like
18 years ago.
ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you just never know, man. It's just so incredible to me, man. Like I was just thinking about it. I was in the gym Friday, and we were doing individual workouts with kids, and we have this shot competition between the kids, and Kyle, PJ's son, had the championship, or he was the leading shot maker up until Friday, and someone broke his record. I'm like, I was teasing him about being in second place, and now he got to get his spot back.
Right.
And so he's just so he's such a smart kid, such a good kid, and he's so coachable. It's unbelievable. And so his basketball IQ is through the roof, and he's just out there coaching. And so that's just a little sidebar about what's going on with
in the
town of Seattle and 206 basketball, which we all just really love. All the guys that come out of here and do great things in the NBA.
Yeah, for sure.
Paul George has allegedly told LeBron, or asked LeBron, if they could meet up and join the Lakers next season and form a super team.
That's crazy. I mean, can they do that? Can they talk like that when they're under contract with someone else?
Yeah, they can do whatever they want to do on their own time. The teams can't do that.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Players can do whatever they want to do.
So there's no collusion or nothing like that. Okay. I don't know. I'm just checking.
Yeah. So, no, there's no collusion. I mean, the teams can't. That's why the teams now are actively trying to get players to recruit other players.
Okay.
That's the reason why, according to Daryl Morey, or whatever his name is, the Houston Rockets owner, that's why he gave Harden that big old contract. Because he says that Harden is my anchor.
Right. And
I want to use him to attract other free agents. He's the one who attracted Chris Paul.
Okay.
And so that's why they paid him all that money. I mean, I didn't know that you get paid a whole bunch of money to shrink in the NBA playoffs.
Right.
Yeah. He had one of the worst NBA playoff games that anybody ever seen to be a big superstar, where he literally just disappeared.
Yes.
In the closeout game for the San Antonio Spurs. You all right over there, bro? Get this man some water.
Yeah. Man, Waitress?
Got CPR in there? Get that brother the Heimlich or something? You ain't getting mouth to mouth. I'll let you know that right now. You ain't going to make it if you need mouth to mouth.
Wow.
I know. You like thanks, son.
Where's that waitress?
Oh, man. Ben Simmons says he will start at point guard for the 76ers.
I don't think so.
No, the coach says he is.
Okay, so what's false? Are you going to be the
The
two
coach
guard?
is moving him to the 2. There you go, man.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he's moving him to the 2. And he says he believes they are both unselfish and they can play together.
Well, I know his sister said, Ben Simmons' sister said that he hopes he dunks on Lonzo Ball.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably going to happen. So what's going down in the town, Pep? I believe what's going down in the town is what I am waiting to go see at Safeco Field. Those Mariners. They're still in the hunt, man. They're still in the hunt.
How?
They're still in the hunt, man.
They
They have
no
not.
hunt,
They
man.
are in the hunt. They're only 2.5 games out of the second wild card chase.
And
But
losing.
I want to go
they
see.
just-
I want to go see this dude, Gerard Dyson. Dyson has stolen 20 bases already this season. Has only been thrown out 5 times. So you know what it reminds me of? I used to sneak in and go watch him play.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Down at 6th Stadium.
Tommy Harper?
Tommy Harper. Tommy Harper led the American League in stolen bases with 73 stolen bases for the Seattle Pilots before they got shipped off and became the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, that's still a sore spot.
Of course it is. And he still holds the stolen base record for both the Pilots and the Brewers. So I want to go see this dude, Dyson. Dyson he is speedy.
Right.
He makes the game. Every time he gets on base, he's trying to steal one.
But how often is he getting on base?
He has a 258 batting average. So he's getting on.
Okay.
He's getting on base. He's not bad. So, folks, I want you all to know that Renault Pepe Bean
Having a problem.
is having karma attack him right now.
Oh.
Because he was laughing at somebody he had heard on the radio have a coughing attack.
I did say
And
that.
now he's having his own Lidline Sports
Yeah, but
meltdown. At least what?
But at least I'm not taking 5 minutes to cough on the mic while everybody is silent. I won't even mention what the show was, but it was hilarious to me.
I want to thank you all for listening to Lidline News. If you have any questions or comments, please email us at lidlinesports@yahoo.com.
Please.
On behalf of Renault Pepe Bean, I'm Granville Emerson. Thank you for listening to Lidline Sports. You can listen to us on RainierAvenueRadio.world, Facebook, YouTube, and find us on Twitter at Lidline Sports.
Tweet.
Join us again next week for more great sports talk radio on Lidline Sports. Sports as we see it from
Just below our lid.
just below our lids. Holla.